Call the Finance Committee meeting to order. Well, that's a council meeting. I'm sorry about that. Everybody have a chance to take a look at the minutes?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the minutes. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion and possible action on claims in the amount of $1,252,830.39.
That's we had 3 weeks between council meetings, that's why that is larger than normal.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion and possible action on approving the operator license application submitted by Lynn Cadwell, Juan Campus, Tracy Chase, Claire Ludke, Ashley Prowitz, pending safe serve certificate, David Yeager, and Sarah Vandy Verdi.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion, possible action on approving the lease agreement with St. Croix Sailing School for the use of park property at 18 Buckeye Street. Mike?
Good evening, everyone. Mike Moraz, Director of Public Works. This is just a annual resubmission from St. Croix Sailing School to keep utilizing Picnic Point and Lakefront Park. They use it for storage, hold some classes down there. Nothing has changed from the contract that was approved last year, just updating the dates. Fees are the same and everything, so just looking for approval.
Are they looking for a permanent place, or is this considered their permanent spot?
For the time being, this is permanent. I mean, they have come to me with discussions on other options, but for right now, this is what we have for them until we can figure out more of a long-term solution.
Okay, I'll move to approve.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion, possible action on authorizing city staff to proceed with the request for proposal for the boat launch improvements.
So staff met with the DNR last week, Thursday. As many of you are well aware, our boat launch was hardly used this year. I believe we were only open for about 6 weeks out of the entire season, which is bad for residents, bad for visitors, losing revenue, so on and so forth. And it's been discussed at the staff level and administratively to look into the possibility of a couple of things: raising the boat launch to a height of 684. No wake goes into effect at 683. And then the possibility of also maybe expanding the parking lot into the park a little bit. So a discussion at Park Board included kind of the vision, and after speaking with the DNR, in order to apply for some grants, there needs to be some preliminary steps taken. First needs to have conceptual drawings, design work, cost estimates, and you need those in order to apply for a permit through the DNR. And then once you have all those then you can apply for recreational boating facilities grants. So this is just basically coming to the Finance Committee for directing staff to go out for an RFP, no money being spent at this time, go out to consultants that specialize in DNR water boating facilities grants, river waterway type thing, have us send us a proposal. This is what we're going to do for you. This is how much we're going to charge.
Oh, you said the magic word. No, money will be spent at this time.
Money spent at this time.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Discussion.
Do you expect that there will be grants available to pay for the whole thing, or what are you expecting?
A fair portion of it. There are some other pockets of money that staff would maybe use to match. There's multiple. There's a recreational boating facilities grant. There's a sports fisherman's grant. Then there's some federal funding out there too, and we're going to try and hit all of them. So, yep.
What do you think it's going to cost?
The boat launch alone, I don't know, ballpark. It all depends on if the point in the RFP, we're going to do 2 different designs. We're going to do existing footprint, what those numbers are going to be, and then a parking lot expansion, what those numbers would be. You could see anything from $1 million up to $3 million. That's kind of a ballpark that I would foresee.
We're going to need a lot of grant money for that.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Pardon me?
We're going to need a lot of grant money for that.
Yep. Chippewa Falls just did one. She was telling us, the grant coordinator, Chippewa Falls just did one recently, and they were awarded $850,000. So,
Okay.
I mean,
That's
there
good.
are money, and that was just one grant. So there are multiple grants that we can apply for.
How many days was that closed? this year? Do you know?
It was only open for 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know, do you guys get down there often, down in that area?
No.
So I would recommend, what's the river at right now, 684?
Yep.
So it's 1 foot right now above no wake. And I would recommend going down there and look at the launch parking lot and look at the park itself.
Yeah.
Especially the south, well, the entire park, you know, it's starting to become underwater right now, south end. So take a look at that. I think it's important so you get a good understanding of what's going on. We're missing out on a lot of revenue there. A lot of tournaments and stuff that have either canceled or decided not to come here because we can't guarantee a launch with the water as high as it's been. And I think this could be the new norm.
Yeah. It's been like this for the last 3 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
You know, run into the same situations. So it's such a valuable resource to the community. You know, everybody wants to be out on the water. So
How would you be able to use TIF district funding for this?
I'm being told it's available. That's all I'm being told.
The guru says yes. Okay.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion possible action on approving the use of Grandview Park improvement funds for upgrades to the ball fields at Grandview Park.
Yeah, so just requesting to use park dedication funds, the Grandview improvement line item. Current balance is $1,534.14. These monies are generated through concession sales that the Hudson Softball Association collects up there. And the intent of those monies is to be put back into the park. And that group has come forward requesting some improvements to the ball fields, just looking for some formal approval to use those funds for said improvements.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Motion and second to approve. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Thanks, Mike. Discussion possible action on approving the tax collection agreement with St. Croix County for the 2019 tax year.
We received the new renewal for the county. It did go up 25 cents per parcel, but it hasn't gone up in multiple years before this. And we're recommending it be approved.
I'll move we approve. I don't think we really have a choice.
Yeah.
It's a
I'll
lot
second.
easier.
Motion and second to approve. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Discussion possible action on approving the fuel bid award to diesel dog companies.
We went out for bid for our fuel that we do annually this year for the first time in a while. A different company actually won the bid. They were at 10 cents per gallon, which is what we've had now for a couple years. And they have met our terms for payment. So we're recommending awarding the bid to diesel dog companies.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Discussion?
What were the other bids?
Our current company, Countryside, which was at 12, and then Skoglund Oil, which came in at 25 cents.
Have we used diesel dog companies before, or do you have any
Not that I
information on them?
know. Mike doesn't know about them.
We haven't used diesel dogs before. They are a company out of the cities that serve, you know, the metro area, bigger operation. I don't have any doubts that they'd be able to meet our needs. So
How long have they been in business, do you know?
I don't know that,
Okay.
no.
All right.
Thank you, Mike.
Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Anybody got anything for future agendas?
Move to adjourn?
Second.
Motion second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Stand adjourned. Thanks, everybody.